Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Virtual Comedy Studio. Whether you're watching on Facebook, our website, thecomedystudio.com, YouTube, or Twitch, welcome. Look around you. You are now in a comedy club, and you are treating it like garbage. Clean it up. Now, please get up for the cleanest comic in the business, Kathe Farris.
Thank you, Eli. I feel really good about that.
That was a good one.
It was good. It was good. And this is a great time for me to plug my Olay body wash, which is just really... Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm saying it, I guess, because I really want people to know that, yeah, I do have a Costco membership, and I do take advantage of it. So it's the holiday week, and do I have a treat for you guys? And you're probably thinking, are we doing manicures again? Nope, because this sucker's still on. So we're going with
Is that the same one from...
It's the same one. It's
Holy crap.
Well, actually, disclosure, except for my pointer finger. For some reason, I like to point at people. And so that one wore off. But I just put another one on.
Because you go like this, it wore off?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you did a good job, Kath.
Thanks, Ellen. What's great about tonight is that it is going to be a little different. It's not home manicures. Tonight, it has been something that's been in the making for about a year, maybe 13 months now. It is, I'm not really on social media, but I watch a lot of people on social media. Like, I love to see social media fights. I like to see drama. I like all of it. And I have been following one of my favorite comedians doing this, not fighting, but the drama and just interesting post. And I have been asking him for a year, we should do something together. And you know when that's happening? Right now, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Happy everything. Kwanzaa, everything. Tonight, we're doing this. So I'd like to introduce my friend, my social media stalker, who I stalky, Corey Sanders. Corey, thanks for being on the show with me tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be open about my messiness on social media.
I don't think it's messiness, but good for you. I think it's pointed, and I think it's excellent. I think we need to get right to it. So let's get right to it. What's great about having a savvy tech, too, is that we can actually really look and pinpoint it. It's like we're on some kind of news show where we say, like, let's go to the document. Let's start with our first one. So basically, we're going to be dissecting some of Corey's posts because I'm concerned and intrigued. And as always, we have to. Is that a Golden Globe that you have behind you, or an Emmy?
It's an Emmy.
It's
is
an
that
Emmy.
a real Emmy?
Yeah. Local, but it's real, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're just going to skim over that because we got to get to the tweet. And honestly, my self-esteem and ego can't take that. So we're going to say, okay, it's real.
Can you just tell us what it's for?
Yeah, for Best Newscast 2 years ago.
And what was the newscast on?
It was about a horrific accident that I don't really want to crack any jokes about because people died. But we did great work.
Right.
Oh, thank you for your service.
I guess my instincts were good to just skim over it.
Yeah.
And start the comedy show.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whereas I thought it would be a good idea to find out. So
Tomato, Ellen. Tomato. Let's go on the first tweet, Corey. So, or was this a tweet? Was this a post?
It was both.
First one.
It was both. I get mileage out of my posts. This first one, this is a real thing that happened to me where I was at a barbecue and I was with people I didn't know in Rhode Island. I was working down there and a friend was like, come meet my friends. And I said, okay. And this woman was mid-conversation. She was telling a story and she stopped herself. Like she interrupted herself and said, oh my God, I forgot to go to the Alzheimer's walk today. And she was really horrified, but I just laughed at her.
It basically wrote itself.
It really did.
It basically wrote itself.
No comedy. It was comedy in motion.
I like it. I like that you just captured it and you're like, I could sit here and engage with her, or I could just go on social media now. Did you just walk away and was like, I'll be back?
Oh, no, I didn't even walk away. Just
Oh,
in
good
front
for
of her
you.
face.
Capture it. I like it. This was the one this is one of my top 3 because I have ranked these for you before. I know. Next one. What's our next one here? We're the open mic. I have questions about this.
Okay, hit me.
Um, so where is this open mic?
So this was at
I don't
Jock's,
know.
the drag bar in Boston.
Oh,
Oh, that open mic. Okay, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, this was years ago, never forget. And we're just hanging there one day, minding our own business, doing the comedy. I use that term loosely. And couple of furries just showed up. There was a convention in town. One was a skunk, one was a horse.
Listen, I know furries. My daughters were into anime. I mean, like I have like refinanced my home for anime, so I get that because they mingle in with the anime people, which is not a good idea either because they're not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It just isn't. You know, teenagers who like Japanese comics are not the same as furries. You know what I was thinking about that though when I first saw them? Like, how do you know? Like, how do you know this? Like, I don't know. Are you at Halloween where you're like, wow, I feel alive?
That's a good looking cat.
Why is this only once a year?
Leave the costume
Why does
on.
my marriage only work once a year? I don't get it. I don't know. I got lots of questions.
Hit me with them.
Have you ever met a furry in real life? Like, have you ever talked to one?
Me or Kathy?
I
Either.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I met them at the
Ask
open
them the
mic.
question, like, when did you realize that that this was a thing?
Well, I asked them where the Burger King was, and I just feel like to segue in, it wasn't a good idea.
I wish I had asked that question because I ran into, so this was a couple, like they're together and I can't get a text back. I'm still over here, me and my right hand. And like the guy who was the skunk, he was in the wheelchair and the horse was pushing him. So I don't know what the mechanics are there, but this was a real commitment for these people because the
Yeah.
guy in the horse mask, like he had like this long mane and I was like, that's a really aggressive mask. Then he pulled it off to eat the pizza he had delivered to the bar because that's a thing the furries did. And when he pulled off his mask, it was revealed that he had grown his own long mane and there was a slit in the back of the mask that he could push his hair through so that he just lives with a mane his entire life.
You know what? I like that kind of integrity to a costume because, honestly, because you have no idea. Like, I know anime is different. I just said this, but like wigs are a big thing. But if you can incorporate your own hair into things, you really like it. Just brings it up a notch. This makes me believe in love, though. And honestly, you know, I am not into movies or anything. I'm not a movie maker, but right now we're in the season of like the Hallmark and Lifetime movies, and everyone talks about how like formulaic they are. They're all the same. You know what they don't have? They don't have fairy love, and that's what they should be doing.
You know what I was thinking about when it comes to fairies, and I know that this is, but here's the thing, like, can you imagine if you didn't know you were, and then your partner didn't know that they were, and then all of a sudden you realized one day that you both were, like, how lucky are you? I mean, it's one thing
That's
to meet
what I'm saying, Ellen. Right.
I mean,
part of the Hallmark movie.
Right.
I mean,
Meredith Baxter Burney, like picture right now, Meredith Baxter Burney, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, like I'm not saying like that. Go.
I don't know. I'm picturing you and Jeff, but go ahead.
Don't. Meredith Baxter Burney, and I don't know, like let's say she's a turtle.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not furry, but
I don't want to say Alan Thicke because I mean, like they were obviously. Like who would be the guy? Who would be the guy? Oh, what about that guy that played Luke Skywalker?
Mark Hamill?
Yeah, Mark Hamill. And
Right.
here's why. Here's why. Because all he gets is he only gets that kind of work from Star Wars, right? He doesn't get other stuff, right? Maybe the Law and Order every now and then. So this would be like, wow, I always typecasted him. Anyway, I feel like we're going online with this. Everybody just sit with this. Let's marinate with this. I think we're on.
I love it. I mean, but I love the idea of people finding out later.
I'm making a note right now. I feel like we're going to do a table read in February. Anyway,
Yeah.
Just keep going.
I'm so excited for this.
We have one other one, right? We have one other post.
It's not about furries, though.
It's not about furry, sorry.
We don't have that much furry content, okay?
It's about the weather. It's about the weather.
Yeah, so I happened to take this meteorology class in college, and this was like 12 years ago, according to the
12 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so the professor was like the freelance meteorologist who filled in on weekends on one of the local stations, and he took himself very seriously. And he was so mean to me. He pulled me aside the day before my presentation where I had to do like a forecast, was like, I know you like to crack jokes, but you need to take this seriously. I was like, okay. And yeah, he was ridiculous. And so I used to come to his class hungover.
Yeah, he was the ridiculous one. Okay, keep going.
Oh, he was awful. But I used to come to his class hungover all the time because of course I did, and I would not do the reading because that's me. And one day he used to like to use the Socratic method, and I walked into class one day with my iced coffee late because that's the kind of garbage person I am. And he looked at me and was like, well, Corey, maybe you can tell me what happens in the atmosphere when a storm is coming. And I'm a quick thinker, so the connection I made in my brain really quickly was what happens in the atmosphere when there's a storm. And it clicked, oh, that's the opening lyrics to It's Raining Men.
Temperatures rising.
The barometers, the temperatures, humidity's rising.
Doesn't matter.
And the barometer's getting low. Okay. So he wanted to be mad that I had like given this sing-song answer, but he couldn't because I was right. And it just felt this like sense of like petty fulfillment, like
What I love about this is it combines a couple of things. One, that you have revenge on an adjunct professor. I mean, right there, right? Like that kind of comedy, you don't see it enough. And it's got this musical element to it, which we also have on Farris and Friends tonight, which I think, honestly, I feel like I have an Emmy, like I'm like this close to getting my own Emmy because I'm mixing like posts and I'm mixing media and now we have music. So I think that we should bring on our next person. Corey's going to be back with some more posts, but let's bring up one of our, this pandemic has done a lot for a lot of people, and some good, some bad, and something in between. But this guy, it's been good. His comedy has transcended into some amazing music. I asked him to come back. He's here. He's going to be here throughout the whole show. And right now, I think he's going to do some like improv stuff based on what we just kicked off. So you guys, please welcome Matt Shore.
Hey, hello. Thank you. Man, those encounters, those internet situations are just absolutely insane. It really, it really makes me think of this song that I haven't written yet. So let's go on this journey together because this is the first time I'm doing this live. Here we go. We're gonna give you a little view. This is my fancy little loop pedal.
Looks like your crotch, but okay.
You get the whole show.
The family show. Jeez.
People are lonely. Let them do it.
All right, here we go. Nope. Hold on 1 second.
It's okay. We thought it was part of it.
Everything's part of it, unfortunately.
Everything's part of it. No, it's good.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him with some bass. I'm gonna put it on the internet. 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 Look out! Yeah, look out because I got my phone. If you're doing something crazy, I won't leave you alone. No. I got eagle eyes, baby. Did you forget the Alzheimer's walk? Well, you better keep walking. Gonna put it on the internet. Don't you even worry, 'cause I'm secretly a furry, and I hope you are too. And you know what I'm gonna do with this information. I'm gonna put it on the internet. I'm gonna put it on the internet. Is it a good idea? I'm gonna put it on the internet. I don't know. But I'm gonna put it on the internet. I'm gonna put it on the internet. I had a thought in my brain, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put it on the internet. Should I share this with the world? I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it on the internet. I don't care, Zuckerberg can't do nothing about it. I'm gonna put it on the internet. Just gonna put it on the internet. I'm gonna put Are you sure that's a good idea? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the internet, baby. You can't stop me. What if the furries see what you put on the internet? The furries won't find it. I'm gonna put it on the internet. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Gosh. Wow. I felt like in my head I could see this all happening, and now it's just coming to fruition, and this is amazing. That was amazing, Matt. Thank you so much.
Hey.
That was great, Matt.
Wow. Let's just keep this thing going. This is amazing. This woman has been all over the internet, actually. She's been killing it. She's going to be in the Boston Comedy Festival, a friend of ours. Put your hands together for Michelle Mortensen. Michelle, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. I am so happy to be here, although, nobody knows where here is these days. If I had bought stock in Zoom 2 years ago, I tell you, here would be a hell of a lot nicer than here is really is. I wouldn't be sitting on my couch from the House of Goodwill. It would be probably a whole hell of a lot nicer. I'm still getting used to this whole virtual thing. In fact, I was practicing this set with my laptop, with my granddaughter watching me, and I said something about how funny it felt not to have a microphone. And she goes, "Oh, Grandma, I'll go get your microphone." I said, "Oh, I have a microphone. What are you doing?" She runs upstairs, comes back down with my vibrator. Grandma has to do a better job of hiding her toys. This whole pandemic thing, it's tough being shut in. Like, my husband got into fantasy football. Can someone please explain to me what the hell that is? I'll tell you what I think it is. It's like when your husband's watching the game and he empties all his beer cans into a recycling bin after every quarter, and then he folds the laundry during the halftime show. Yeah, because that would be like a fantasy in my house, because that crap is never going to happen. And I wrote 3 screenplays. Kathe, I am a screenwriter. So I'm going to think about that whole furry thing. I think a very furry Christmas would make a real nice title. And I like Ellen Baxter Burney, or Meredith Baxter Burney in the thing. That would be terrific. So that's my next project. Thanks for inspiring me about that. But I've been acting for about 10 years. I have the dubious distinction of having been murdered 3 times on the Investigation Discovery Channel. Yes, I am the queen of the corpses on the channel, which is kind of ironic because 2006, I was diagnosed and successfully treated for lymphoma. Same thing that Jeff Bridges has. And so I am now a 14-year cancer survivor. Thank you. Yeah, I know, cheap applause, but I'll take it. But you put me on national television, and I can't make it past the first freaking commercial. So, Thanksgiving is coming up. Yeah, it's 2 days away. My husband is going to do all the cooking because he thinks he's awesome. And he's telling all his friends about all his recipes and everything like that. I want Martha Stewart to, I think she should do a show about cleaning up after Thanksgiving dinner when your husband has used every single pot and pan and dish in the whole goddamn kitchen and you don't want to kill him. I mean, really, we should have that, don't you think? And, she could start out, let's start out with the roasting pan, the dirtiest thing of all. We'll begin with an SOS and perhaps a Xanax or two with perhaps a glass of rosé to go down because it's awful. It's just awful. We're going to do we're not doing the whole family thing. We're doing the responsible thing. It's just going to be my family, my husband and me. Yeah, I sent my son he lives out in LA, so I sent him a turkey over the internet so that he could get that. Cost me an arm and a leg. It was wicked expensive. Yeah, but 2 years ago, I sent him a real cheap one, and he didn't get it because it didn't make it through the spam filters. Okay, I had to try that. Because 8 years ago I used that joke, and it didn't at the studio, and it didn't think. It didn't work, so I wanted to try it again. Yeah, so every year I come up with my list of celebrity turkeys, and that's how I'm going to end tonight. I don't know if you know, they have a whole bunch of celebrity turkeys. Like there is the Caitlyn Jenner turkey. It used to be a tom turkey. Now it's a hen turkey. Take a minute. Then there's the Chaz Bono turkey. Used to be the other way around. It used to be a tom turkey, and now it's a hen turkey. No, I had hen turkey, and now it's a tom turkey. And finally, my favorite of all, the Kim Kardashian turkey. Yeah, it's easy to stuff because the butt's so big. And that's my time, guys. Thanks so much for having me.
First of all, is your husband okay? Are those your dogs? Everyone's concerned.
Those are my dear dogs. What?
Did he pick up after dinner, or you're like, get the dogs after him? There's a pan.
They're outside. They're actually outside, and I don't know what the hell. See, I live in Charleston now, and
I like that you're not even concerned, Michelle. You're not even concerned.
No, they're outside. They're fine. Okay. They're fine. I have children. I have grandchildren. You don't, you learn to let go, Kathe. You'll learn to let go. By the time you have grandchildren, you won't give a shit. Trust me.
Honey, I don't have them now, and I don't.
How old's your kid? How old's your daughter?
24.
Oh, you don't even know. See?
I do, but she has commitment issues, so it does not matter. It doesn't matter. She's gay, she's picky, and she's got commitment issues. So we're not anytime soon. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Okay, as promised, we're going back to the post. Corey, are you willing to do another one with me? Because this one has been haunting us. In fact, just a little side note here, guys. I think this might not be the last time because we're trying to smoke this one out. Oh, that sounds awful. I don't mean smoke. I don't know how to smoke. I don't mean that. I mean the person. Anyway, Corey, can you just explain this before I just dig a ditch for myself?
Oh, good. I'm here to pull you out, baby. So I've been getting these weird wrong number texts, and it started a month ago where at 11 o'clock at night one night, I got this text from this woman being like, hey, I don't know if this is still your number, but happy belated birthday. This is Amelia. And it's from an area code I've never heard of. And I've had the same phone number since I was a sophomore in high school. That was 16 years ago. And I'm like, I don't know who this woman, I don't know an Amelia. So I wrote back like, hey girl, like, sorry, not sure who you're looking for. And she never responded to me. And it sounded like she was looking for an ex-lover, and I really wanted the tea. So I was hoping she would like respond to me, but she didn't. Then on Veterans Day this year at like 11 o'clock at night, again, I get, hey, I don't know if this is still your number, which yes, she does, because I texted her back and told her it wasn't. She goes, I don't know if this is still your number, but happy Veterans Day. Me and the armed forces. Imagine that. My little brother enlisted for like 3 years, and they took his cell phone away from him when he first started there. I would have like gone nuclear had they taken that away, clearly, because I post every moment of my life on social media. But imagine me being like, I don't want to carry this gun.
Well, that's what caught my eye about it. When I saw like Happy Veterans Day and then you, I'm like, there's something wrong here. Are my algorithms screwed up? And like I go to myself, but here's the thing. And you know, we thought about it during the pre-show, but I think what we need to do is we need to send her a link to the show. Actually, let's send her a link to the show. And here's the thing, Amelia, we're putting a plea out. We're nice people, but we're intrigued. Okay, so if you see this, we're gonna do another show, and we would love to have you on to discuss this.
Well, that's the thing, is that she's clearly like, she misses her ex-boyfriend or whoever it was, and oh look, there's Roxy.
I knew it. She's gonna upstage the whole thing. You're doing the whole Amelia post was like one of the number one, but she has to like move the chair out, so then she's on speaker view, and then she gets Roxy, and then.
Wow, you know, I think you're a little jealous of
No, Ellen, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do a build on my show. And what I was trying to do on my show is that I'm doing an appeal to Amelia. Amelia, look at me and you. Please, we're sending you this. We're nice people. Roxy will be here too. Ellen will probably interrupt you, but please come on. We've got to figure this out. We're going to figure this out together. Please come on the show.
Her boyfriend.
I had a boyfriend. What?
Her ex-boyfriend. I want to help her find her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. We can do that too.
I don't know what happened.
What if they're Fury? Are they furries? Furries? Is that?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, okay.
I want to see her ex like in his furry suit, like serving in the military. Like I just want to see him like on the ground in Afghanistan as like a dog.
Okay. The thing is that we don't want to turn her away. Amelia, just come on. We want more. We want to see more. I think we should keep going because like this is going great. Don't we all think? Corey, thanks for letting us.
The fact that as soon as Roxy came up on screen, Emily had to go get her dog.
I wrote it.
Okay. Here's the thing. What I like is that Michelle hasn't even looked at her husband. Like she hasn't even checked in on him. We're all concerned. I'm getting texts about your husband. Michelle, go check on your husband.
My husband isn't here.
Oh, okay, sir. Oh, okay. Well, then that's another thing. Michelle's husband, look at here. If there's something going on, we're going to send you a link.
Oh my God, what if Michelle's husband is with Amelia?
No. Don't say that. Don't say that. No, I'm thinking more of like a mystery. We're a mystery. Michelle's husband. What's his name, Michelle? Mr. Mortensen. Huh?
Dr. Mortensen.
So, okay, Michelle.
Oh, she fancy now.
And she's not even Jewish. Wow.
On the show, if you're okay, blink twice. If you're not, ask for a pizza. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, let's just keep going. I think this is going great. This is more than I expected. I honestly feel like we're going to get nominated for something, or we're going to get off the internet. It doesn't matter. We're still going with this. Our next comedian coming up, if you're looking at this and you're like, wow, this is crazy and funny and hilarious, it absolutely is. We're here every Tuesday. We're the Comedy Studio. We have shows every night of the week except for Mondays, because Mondays is Dateline reruns. So we don't do it. We draw a line. There's a line. On the weekends, we have these heavy hitter headline shows. You got to check them out. We teach comedy as well. I don't know why I'm stumbling over that because I'm one of the people who teaches comedy. Jesus, really? Oh my God. Rick teaches it too. Don't worry. You like him. There's a link. Anyway, let's just keep going. Our next
Wow. Can
great.
Can I jump in here for a second?
Oh.
Holy shit, Kathe. What was that? That was just like a whole whirlwind. It was like a tornado came through.
No. What it was is like, I'm thinking like in my older years, I'm going to be one of those fine print people, like on the radio. It's like, everything included except everything we just talked about, and you can't have a lawyer and blah blah blah. You know how they do all that.
Like like for like the ads for meds, and then they say like if may cause, and then you
everything. You know, like low interest car, everything. Ellen,
restless leg syndrome. Yeah, no. I think that this. I think you have found your calling, and I am because what I just saw blew me away.
Thank you.
I only wish Gary Peterson was here to applaud with me.
Here's the thing about Thanksgiving, guys. Let's just take a minute. We should all have friends like that who just support you, who just stop you like, wait a minute, girl. Like, I don't even say girl, that's Corey. Oh, God. There's nothing wrong with you, Corey. Like, I just don't want to be in a different character because, like, now I'm a chameleon. Yeah. The thing is that I'm actually a pretty good actress and I didn't realize it until the pandemic. So now, like, I'm like all over the place. So I'm doing this and that. Anyway, now I lost my train of thought, and I think it's because I had a Jello right before this. Not Jello shot, just Jello. Now the sugar.
Is that like a sugar rush that you're getting? Because
yeah.
Most people eat sugar-free Jello because they eat Jello.
Actually, I did too because I don't have the Weight Watcher points to afford it.
So guess what, Kathe? You could not possibly have a sugar rush. What is happening? Did you drink coffee recently? Yeah. I'm concerned.
I think we should just keep going.
All right.
Our next comedian coming to the stage is coming to the stage or the screen is a favorite of both Ellen and I because Ellen had her on and I was like, you have to come on my show if you're going on Ellen's show because you're real good and we really like you. Put your hands together for Emily Mame Ford. Emily,
can I just quickly tell you what my favorite credit for Emily is that I always say that ever since I left Boston, she now has the cutest dog in Boston comedy. Emily Mame Ford.
Okay,
very good looking. It's tough to be around her all the time. I feel insecure.
I know. I get it.
I love the energy of this show. Like I feel like I'm having Thanksgiving with my chaotic family, but they're not here. It's fun. I feel fulfilled. It's good. Also, Corey was talking about his Emmy that he won. I'm Emmy. I don't know. This is awkward. Yeah, also like the internet stuff, that's fun. I love it. This year's been interesting. It's like we didn't have World War III, but we did have a lot of internet fights. And the fun thing is like you could get in a fight with someone right now over the internet and it won't even be pathetic because you're not allowed to leave your house. I recommend it highly. Yeah, and I realized this the other day. You could meet the love of your life, right? Like the love of your life, and then you could watch them take a full bite out of a piece of string cheese, and that's reality. You know? Yeah.
Like if they bite it as a log or if they pull it.
I mean, yeah, no stringing.
Yeah.
That's a no strings attached situation. Yeah. Got a string.
I get it.
You got to string. It's like a guitar. You can't just bite a guitar. You got to string it.
Weird comparison, but I get it.
You know, it's a lot to be in this brain, okay? You know, if I were the president, I'd be focusing on the real issues, right? Like replacing tax cuts with bowl cuts. Yeah. Please write me in. Just kidding. Don't vote for Kanye or me. Make sure, though, to send me a Christmas card, everyone that's watching. I'll probably give you my address. Who knows? Because I'm trying to prove to my dog that I do have friends. He's like, no one's come over in 7 months. So I'm like, get out of my face. I do have them. They're on the internet. You just don't get what that means. You know, if you care about your gun so much, just take steroids, okay? Right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm at the point in the pandemic where like dog treats look appetizing. Just to see, right? Like that could be fun. It's fun though, like wearing masks, right? Everyone's doing it. It's cool. I was at Target recently and I saw someone that I know. I thought it was him. I wasn't sure. So I did what any normal person would do, and I went from all the way across one side of Target to the other and stealthily stalked him. Went behind like little aisles and stuff and looked out to see if it was him. And then I approached him in a totally normal way and I said, Andy, is that you? And he said, yes, Emily, I've seen you this whole time. Yeah, it was him. It was him. It was nice to see a friend. Yeah, I come close to saying I love you at the end of every single work call, you know. But where I'm at. I think post-pandemic me though will go into every social situation with talking points. To make it that much better. Lately I've been playing a lot of Tetris and sweating. Yeah, like sometimes before it was all about like the wedding hashtags, right? Like sweating for the wedding. I'm just sweating for the Tetrin. That sounded better when I wrote it down. I'll do a couple more. How do you deal with needing to go to therapy when the reason you need to go to therapy is that you can't deal with making a therapy appointment? I feel like I need Kathe to help me out. Like
hashtag life.
I don't know. I feel like she has it. Like not about therapy, but I just feel like you're really good at tasks. Like you're all about it. I need that energy so bad. Yeah, but I saw an ad for therapy and the girl was wearing a sweatshirt that said therapy is cool. And like I'm way more likely to drunkenly buy that sweatshirt, you know? All right. I've been Emily Main Ford. Give it back to Kathe. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you. I think it's a great to end
Can I
on.
just say that one of my favorite things about that whole set was that you never once took your hat off.
Hats off to no one.
Acknowledge it. I like that you just stayed in it. I like that. I like that.
I didn't address it because
it was a real character arc.
Yeah. Okay, Ellen. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. There was another one.
Guys, I'm taking this back. Emily, thank you so much for doing that and for having the hat on.
My joke had legs.
Okay. I like when Ellen doesn't know like what I say. She just posts a picture of her dog, and that's how this goes, you guys. So this is going great.
I think Eli just turned me off.
That was accidental. I meant to. I've been like.
Eli was like, "No, Ellen, this is just going too far."
No. I've been adding people's spotlights every time somebody starts talking.
We're not having this drama on the show. We're not doing this. This is not my family Thanksgiving. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I think the best.
Kathe, can I ask you a question about your Thanksgiving?
What?
What are you guys gonna have?
I don't know. We're gonna have dinner. Like we're having a turkey, like everybody else. We're doing nothing. Okay, nothing.
At what time?
I don't know. Why are you coming over?
Well, no, I'm interested. I think that the people
that was
are.
mean. I know. I actually get that feedback. Like, why are you so mean to Ellen? Ellen, my family and I are spending it together, and it's going to be forced family fun. I'm thinking about doing a puzzle, which probably won't happen, and that's just what it'll be. I'm not a day drinker, but on Thanksgiving, I'm a day drinker.
Yeah. No, I was just curious about what you guys would be eating, but you know, snapping at me and biting my head off was also an option.
Ellen, you're away from home right now. I think the best way to do this. Oh, wait a minute. We got to stop for a minute. Dr. Morrison. That's
Dr. Morrison is here.
Oh, he was. But first of all, he wasn't there. Raise a hand here when Michelle were like, "Where's your husband?" She's like, "He's not here." Right? How many? Right?
Well, he's here now. I'm here now.
Are you okay, sir? Are you okay?
I'm doing just fine.
Okay,
I went to the movies.
Oh, okay.
You went to the movies? Oh, that's just dangerous, Dr. Mortensen. I think you know better.
Yes, I saw a movie all by myself. There was no one there.
Wow.
There was literally no one else in the theater.
My family rented a theater for the day after Christmas. We rented the entire theater. That's what.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we're watching the 1984 Wonder Woman. Just my family. Yeah.
Oh, great movie.
Oh, shoot. You know, the thing is that was a surprise for the kids in the family, and I think they watched the show. I'm super sorry, everybody.
What a fun thing. When you rent it, do they give you, I'm so curious about this. Do they give you free popcorn?
No, they don't. There's everything's an extra charge, Ellen, and I'd be happy to do a sideline with you because I need to keep going.
All right.
It's an extra charge. Everything's an extra charge, Ellen. Everything.
Okay.
Well, it's a movie theater.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, just get every cent.
It's a reasonable price. Everybody gets like a little concession box for like $10, so it's actually quite good. But I will send you the details.
No, that's okay. I'm done now. But thank you so much, Kathe.
I'm a little confused at this point. How does a movie theater work? When I buy my ticket, what do
Thank
I do
you,
next?
Eli.
Well, no. When I buy my ticket, what do I do next?
Oh, well then when you buy your oh, thanks for asking, Eli. What happens is when you buy your ticket, then you walk into the theater. And sometimes you go to the candy counter. Sometimes you just wipe your feet, put your coat down, and then go to the candy counter.
This is Farris and Friends, okay?
Oh,
the
sorry.
two of you know that I have labored over how we're doing this show tonight, and now we're digressing into the theater because we finally found Michelle's husband and he's safe, okay? Let's just be grateful for that and keep going. Let's not question her shoddy alibi, okay? Let's just focus on the comedy here, okay? Because there's so many holes in what Michelle has told us, okay? That's going to be another whole show. I think the best way to do this is to sing the thing out. So let's bring Matt Shore back in to do some musical comedy relief. Matt?
Hey. Man, this is a wild time. I am so here for it. This is such a good time. Emily, you were talking about running into people that you know and how that's like a very exciting thing now because everyone's got a mask and stuff like that. I just want to go back to the time when running into people you know is the most anxiety inducing thing in the world. I want to go back to that time. Like, I just want to go back to like visiting my hometown and like seeing people I know from high school and then just being like, oh no. I just want to do a little transport back to that. You know, when you visit your hometown, you go to that old bar that you used to go to. You know, the bar with the soggy chicken tenders. Those chicken tenders are bad, but they taste like home. Then, all of a sudden, before you see them, they see you. Do you know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about those high school acquaintances. I don't have the tolerance. I haven't thought about how you were. I haven't wondered how you've been. Yeah, high school acquaintances. I think his name is Jim. That's right, you were the guy from The Thing. Yeah, hey man. Yeah, I haven't thought about you in about 4 years, and now you're coming at me smiling from ear to ear, talking about your school and what you're doing there. Looks like you don't realize that. What? I don't really care. I'm sorry, that's a little rude. I'll just pretend that I'm interested in you. A science boy learning all about atomic mass. Looks like you come far from the second period gym class. This conversation makes me wanna go home. I think I'll take my chicken tenders in a box to go. You're asking me questions, but you don't want to know. You just want me to respond so you can respond with more information about yourself that I don't really care about. You're just a high school acquaintance. I don't have the tolerance. You used to sit behind me in math, and I hardly knew of your existence. Yeah, it's like you've had this rehearsed. It's like you've had it prepared. All the shit that you say, it makes me pull out my hair. Even if I was bald, I'd still pull out my hair. My non-existent hair.
Oh my gosh, Matt Shore? Is that you?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Yep, just on my break from Grundleston University. Pretty hard to get into.
Oh yeah, Grundleston, that's a real place.
Oh my gosh, like where did you go to school again?
Oh, I went to Goucher College.
Goucher?
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's in Baltimore, actually.
Oh, I heard it's like a little dangerous in Baltimore.
Oh, that's a little racist. High school acquaintances, sometimes a little racist. Oh my God, please get me right out of here, and please don't ask me. No, please don't ask me, because I don't want to get together. You know, I don't want to get together.
We should like totally get together soon.
No. Thanks, guys.
Oh my
That was
God.
awesome. What I like about it is, and this is something I think we could all take a note on, when your family tension is this, and we have this kind of tension, but we never have built it to this, and I think it's the holidays, and because Ellen and I probably are really good actresses and we didn't even know it. Like, when you can build that kind of tension, break it with music is fantastic. So
Can I just say something really quick? And that is this. I know. I'm driving you crazy, but I'm going to say it anyways.
Oh my God, my medication is working overtime right now, Ellen.
For the people that are not in the know, this tension between Kathe and I is we are working it through in therapy, and it's getting better, but it has to get worse before it gets better.
It doesn't, Ellen. It doesn't. I call you every Tuesday at 4 o'clock and we talk through this stuff.
Dr. Bush said, you guys need to work this out on screen, and you guys are doing great. And he's watching right now, and he just, oh, thank you, Dr. Bush. He says that I am doing exactly what he asked me to do, and you are not. But
you are being a method actor right now. There's not even a Dr. Bush. There's a Dr. Mortison, but there's not a Dr. Bush.
I've got a question.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've got a
just
question.
Keep moving on, but also that was really believable because I think for a minute people thought we were in therapy.
I've got a quick question.
oh yes, Eli.
Dr. Bush is your weed, right?
Yeah, he is. Or my waxer.
Also, I just want to point out that I think people might think this is my vape pen. This is just a pen. This is a flavor pen.
I don't think anybody thinks that that's your vape pen.
Maybe.
That's
That's how you do that, right? Okay, let's keep going because this is going great. This actually is like Ellen and I are like over the moon about this show. This is going fantastic.
I'll tell you, I am over the moon about this next comic for sure.
What about the other comics?
Well, I love all the. I mean, have I not shown the enthusiasm that I have for all the other?
I say
comics?
that because that's what you said this afternoon. You were super excited about the whole lineup, so it's kind of put you on.
I was, yeah, no, and they did not one of them proved me wrong.
I know. That's why I booked them. Ugh,
Yeah.
gosh. All right. This next comic, we miss her dearly here in Boston. She's in New York.
I miss her here.
Killing it. She is incredibly talented. And you'll love her because she's been on the show before. She'll be on again. Keep a lookout for her. She's an up-and-comer. Pam Ross, everybody. Hi, Pam.
Woo! Hi, Pam.
I just want to say for the record, I can also sing. I didn't finish law, but I am a triple threat. I can sing, dance, and destroy a marriage if I want.
Dr. Mortensen, look out.
What's your Roth IRA like? I need like right? I am bisexual. No one asked me to be. I bravely volunteered. And, I have different types when it comes to men and women. Women, very straightforward. Me, but hotter. And the patriarchy wins this round. Okay, I'm exclusively attracted to men who resemble respected character actors. I like an interesting face, which my friends say just is ugly. And what I'm into, okay, here's some questions that I ask myself in assembling my dream man. What if Willem Dafoe were pointier? I mean, that guy is all angles, all right? His face is a geometry proof that I want to solve by sitting on it. What if Steve Buscemi had 3 weird eyes? Kind of too much of a good thing when it comes to Steve Buscemi weird eyes. That's what my mom always used to say. Danny DeVito changed nothing. He's perfect. No notes. I really do love him. He's my dream man. He looks like someone like scooped a ball of mozzarella and then threw steel wool shavings at it. And where they landed, they stayed. You know, he's my dream man. I love him. He's perfect. I do have a little bit of advice when it comes to dating women, which is if you're dating a girl and she can't tell you where she was on 9/11, you should break up with her because she probably did 9/11. And that's a security risk. No, okay. I was in 4th grade when 9/11 happened. Not to date myself, but I was in 4th grade, so tough start to the school year. But here's what no one talks about: the silver lining of 9/11 was that the whole rest of that school year, if you acted out, you got to blame it on 9/11. Like, if you misbehaved, you could just be like, I don't know, I just really miss the towers. I know that we live in suburban Connecticut, so we can't see them, but I guess I just liked knowing they were there. They'd be like, Pamela, that's not a good enough reason to spray Windex directly into someone's face. Okay, I'm not gonna stop, but I have a friend with benefits I've been seeing in quarantine, because if I die, it better be from hoeing. All right. COVID is just an STD to me, and I'll risk it. I'm kidding. I'm very paranoid about it, but that's not fun or sexy. But I've been seeing this person for actually a long time, since like 2013, and we've never formally dated, and it's perfect. And we've been experimenting a little bit in quarantine, and he was like, "Hey, let's do something even kinkier." And I was like, "Okay, I want to peg you." And he was like, "Not that." Definitely not that. Which is it, John? Real name? Jesus. You don't know. You really don't know him. He's not a comedian, which is another part of why it's fun. He told me that he grew out facial hair in quarantine so that he could look older. And I was like, that's so crazy, because I remove my facial hair so I can look younger, which is an exact inverse situation. I'm very hairy. I can prove it. I'm Italian, so you can't be mean to me about it or it's racist. And I am Italian. Why did they make us like this? There's no evolutionary reason for us to still have this much hair. Like, do they still make Italians hairy in case, like, is it like an Ellis Island holdover? Like, they weren't sure if we could assimilate from the old country into American society, so they covered us in hair so that we could go live in the woods with animals, like Romulus and Remus style. Like, is it just an evolutionary fallback? I don't know, but it's a problem. It's essentially, before a date, like, dip myself from the chin down in a vat of Nair. And that's another annoying thing about dating straight men. They're always like, oh, I can't believe I have to, like, maybe shave my face and then put on my one clean shirt to go on a date. I'm like, I am naring my asshole for this. So the least you can do is pay for the first round of drinks. Or, yeah, like, we can go Dutch because of feminism or whatever. I mean, you already make more money than me, but that's fine. It's just annoying. I'm a very, I spent 5 years in Boston. That's where I started comedy. That's how I know some of these lovely people. Boston made me so much more aggressive. It really did. Made me so much more aggressive. Here's an example. There is a Dunkin' in my neighborhood in New York, because you can take, and I love it, because you can take the girl out of Boston, but you can't give her better taste in coffee. So I go to Dunkin' frequently, and recently a woman, she cut right in front of me in line. And instead of being an adult and raising the issue with her in a proactive way, I just hung up the phone call she was on. But she didn't know it was me, because the phone was in her back pocket, and I just pressed the button. And then I realized that I was the only person standing in line behind her. So I had to jete out of line and just pretend that I'd been scrutinizing some of the wall art. Now, here's the thing. If you've been in a Dunkin', you know that the wall art is just Dunkin' advertisements. So I'm like transfixed by this like 10-foot tall poster of a culotta. Like, ooh, okay. I could really see the Warholian influence in this one. Clearly a subversive commentary on American consumerism. I do think I'm made for New York. I always say like, yeah, I have a Lily Pulitzer purse, but there's a switchblade in it, you know? Like there's the brand is like very that. So what I'm saying is I'm a white woman and I fear nothing. Truly, I don't. And I should. Like it puts me at risks. Like recently I was leaving a venue and I was walking on the train, but I was excited because on the way there's a Stickies. It's an amazing chicken tender chain in New York, and I think there's one in Jersey. And I love it so much. I was excited about going to Stickies all day, okay, because of the proximity to this venue. And on my way there, a homeless guy spit in my face. This was in January, so at the time I was like, maybe I have, you know, Hep C now or whatever. It'd be fine, like just another thing I have in common with Pamela Anderson. But it was fine. And that was a moment. It's kind of a fight or flight moment. And I realized, I guess in those situations I fight because I turned around, I spit back, and I went inside Stickies and I got my tenders. Okay. Thank you. Because much like Brooke Shields and her Calvin Kleins, nothing comes between me and my tendies. I love chicken tenders. And that's it for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Pam.
Thank you, Pam. There's a lot there, but what I'm going to cling on to is the donkeys because I want to go into, before we close this thing up, we've got a little bit more for you because we got another post that I want to address. Corey, do you know the one I'm talking about?
I think I do.
Right. The saga of your teenage Romeo.
Okay, so this is like a lot. So I used to go to the same Dunkin's on my way to work every weekend when I used to work the weekend shift. And I would pull in and it was in like Wellesley, so it was fancy. And there was this guy who, when he would work in the mornings, he would come on the intercom thing. And when I'd pull up, he'd just go, "Howdy!" And I had a lot of questions like, why are you screaming at me when I'm this hungover and I'm on my way to work? And we would have these encounters, and finally on Valentine's Day of that year, he made me the paper napkin rose you see on your screen right now. Just handed it to me through the drive-through window, said, "Here you go."
Yeah, here's the thing. Can I just stop about this? Because when I first saw this, I'm like, is this the music in his car? Is this his car console? But it's not, right?
No, those are the scanners in the newsroom. Yeah.
Okay, that took me like 15 tries to figure that out. So
yeah, there's a lot going on there. But yeah, not only did he make me a paper rose, and like I went into my shift that morning, and like I was laughing about it because I was like, "Look at this shit! He made me a rose out of napkin," which it was very well crafted. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But I finished my iced coffee, and I noticed there was like a marking on the bottom of it because you hold it up and you can see like the transparent cup. And he drew a heart with a Sharpie on the bottom, which you see on. I had a lot of questions. Like, he was easily 8 years younger than me, and at the time I was 27. I was like, this is inappropriate.
Do you not have sugar in your coffee? Like, I never see the bottom of my cup.
Splenda, girl. Splenda. It's better for my teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to tell you that this is the sweetest story I've ever heard.
Well, you know what killed me about the rose
Yeah.
was that I left it on the assignment desk, and then one day someone spilled their drink near the scanners, and it ended up being used for its original purpose.
Oh, no.
That's the sweetest story you've ever heard. You've never seen The Notebook? Jesus.
The fucking Notebook. Ugh.
We gotta keep going. Okay.
Wait, I have to say something before we leave.
We're not leaving yet, Ellen.
My favorite Danny DeVito photo ever is this one.
Oh, look at his puppy.
Okay.
I know.
I wasn't going to do this because we're long on time, but I do have a Danny DeVito story. It's real quick, and I think it gets to romance. my daughter Jessica, her boyfriend, her first serious boyfriend, she had made a card for him, and I found it downstairs before she went to high school that day, and it had a picture of Danny DeVito that she printed out from the computer and she put on it, and then the rest of it was about love and scoliosis and how he has a mole and how he's lucky to have her. And I had said to her, you know what? That's not nice. You shouldn't send something like this. And did I teach you romance like this? Is this what you think love is? You don't get it. You don't get anything. Oh my God, you just don't get it. And so I took it and I hid it, and I was afraid of her, but I still did it. And when I picked her up that day, she wouldn't talk to me at all. And by the time I got home, she's like, well, I hope you're happy. I had to draw that picture of Danny DeVito because she redid the whole damn card. Anyway,
We stand it clean.
they're still together though, so maybe she knows something I don't. All right. I think we should go right to the no, we'll do the Stop and Shop one because the Stop and Shop one I think is fun.
I have so many encounters at this Stop and Shop near my house, and I don't know why it's such a weird Stop and Shop, but like my favorite encounter I ever had was, and this was like a year ago, I was at the store and I was just like in the aisle like getting like soup, and all of a sudden I hear this like mother screaming, "No, Emmett, we are not buying knives!" And I turn around and there's this child. Oh, there's the wrestler guy. We'll get to him in a sec. There's this child holding like, you know, like the knives they have on the displays that let you like cut things, I guess, because that's what knives do. And he hisses at the mother, "But I need them."
Well, first of all, no, like they don't have the knives just out there for anybody. I mean, they have the Tupperware because I've done that, but not the knives. Like they shouldn't be out.
Yeah, well, you don't want to talk about the plastic things.
Oh, the plastic ones. Okay, yeah.
And then the picture you just saw, if we can get that again.
That's the one that caught my eye.
So I was like in the like meat aisle, and this guy, like his outfit made no sense, and it just, I looked at it and I was just like, yeah, when you have to buy chicken with your girl at 8 but do your WWE pay-per-view special at 9, like what the fuck is that?
That's called
Where's that photo? Can you see that photo again?
That's multitasking. That's what it is. Good for him. Good for him. He's got a hobby.
Well, why can I see so much of his back?
I don't mean to rush through this, but I really need to get to this last one, which is what caught my eye from the beginning, which is your mother.
Oh, she's wild, and I'm sorry if she's watching this because she's about to be real mad at me.
Oh, no. Hi, welcome again. Welcome. We'll send you a link. Let's get you on. Let's discuss this.
Yeah, that would be more a conversation for my therapist. But she keeps her phone in her bra, and she's called me with it before. Like I've actually picked up the phone and heard her say, "Koa, is that you? Why is this coming out of my boobs?" Which I have a lot of questions about. But she actually posted to Facebook one day, and it just said, "Let me." And it's like she was channeling Cher's Twitter presence. I wasn't sure what was happening there. But I called her. I was like, "Mom, what the hell?" She's like, "Oh, I have my phone in my bra. It was a boob post."
I don't even know what that is. Right. I don't even know what that would be.
I guess it'd be like a butt dial.
No, I understand, Ellen. What I'm saying is that I don't have boobs. So
Oh.
I don't know what that's like. Okay. I would never, like, I have to use a proper, like, I have a fanny pack for my phone. Okay. Because I don't have, what is her name? Louise?
Lois.
Yeah. Well, we got to get Lois on.
We do.
Yes.
Between her boob post and her the other post that Eli flashed up. So I did this fundraiser at Club Cafe a few years ago. There it is. She called me on the way there. She's like, "Hey, Cole, I'm coming to your fundraiser," and I was like, "Please don't." And she was like, "And I'm bringing your father. He doesn't know it's a gay bar."
Nice. That's what keeps it. It's a mystery. It's a spice thing. I like it. Did he like it?
It would have been had I not like watched them walk into Club Cafe and my father's hand go immediately to cover his butthole.
Oh. Okay.
Like you just watch him go, "Ooh."
Oh.
Well,
that was fun.
I don't even know what to say to that, but the good thing is we still have Matt Shore here, and he can just kind of musically make all of this go away. Corey, thank you so much for letting us go through all of your posts. We have more to do. We're going to do this again. Plus, we're going to try to smoke Amelia, and we're going to do a wellness check on Michelle's husband. So we've got a lot of follow-up to do on this, but before we end the show, let's have Matt Shore bring us home. Matt, thank you so much.
Oh, for sure. This is definitely the best part of the internet. Like this is where I want to stay forever. I want to stay on this side of the internet with the boob posts, with the furries, with the origami drive-through cowboys. This is where I want to be. The rest of the internet, on the other hand, trash. Complete garbage, total trash. We got to take out the trash, you guys. It's Tuesday night, time to take out the garbage. I don't mind, cause I'm a trash artist. Sound the alarm and get off the couch. My friends say I'm like Oscar the Grouch, but I'm not angry or upset when everything smells like old food and sweat. Explain just how I feel when I'm throwing away old banana peels. Grab the can and recycling. Give the sanitation worker a wedding ring. Trash night in the burbs. More trash than I can fathom. Bring it out to the curb. So much enthusiasm. I'm no trash boy, I'm a trash man. So don't even think about messing with these cans.
Woo! You guys, this was such a fun show. I'm so glad that I'm sorry it took a year to get together, but I feel like we've got this magic thing happening. From the Comedy Studio, we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. We do this for free because we love it, but we also like money. So if you think this is something that you thought was great, you can tip our comedians so we can send them a little bit of cash. Also, if you just love to laugh and you think, wow, this is kind of great, how could this get any better? It can. On Wednesday nights, we have storytelling. On Thursday nights, Ellen Sugarman has her show, as well as a variety show every other Thursday. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got headliner shows. So please check us out. We're the Comedy Studio. I'm Kathe Farris, and these are my friends. Thank you so much. Yay! Woo!
Ooh, pizza's here.